Hi, this is Christian Cantrell, and I want to show you some work my team, and specifically CJ Gammon, has been doing around responsive design, using some content generously provided to us by National Geographic. Several months ago, we did a piece with them called Forest Giant, which we were really happy with. But like a lot of pieces of long-form journalism that we're seeing online these days, there was a lot of production overhead. And in fact, we probably worked on this piece for close to a month before we had it exactly how we wanted it. So the next thing that we wanted to try was to build something a little more repeatable, something more templatizable, and something that could be integrated with a common content management system, but that was still visually striking, and of course something that was still 100% responsive. The result is this piece called Orphan Elephants. While it doesn't have a lot of the same really slick custom design elements of the Forest Giant piece, things like text flowing around custom shapes, it does still look much better than your typical blog post, and more importantly, it's very easily repeatable. So the first thing I want to point out is that it has these big, beautiful full bleed images interspersed with full pages of text. And if you look closely, you'll notice that both the photographs and the text fit perfectly within the browser's viewport. In fact, even if I resize my browser here, you'll see that that continues to be the case. So both the full bleed images and the pages of text just automatically adapt to my new screen size. Now, of course, this is going to be the case on mobile devices as well. So if I bring this up on my iPhone here, then you'll see that I'm getting the expected experience on a mobile device as well. Pages of text and full bleed images. And even if I change the orientation of my device, and especially if I change the orientation of my device, you can see that I get the expected result. Still a very readable and approachable experience here. So that's what this looks like on a small screen and on a large screen. And if we take a look at it on a medium-sized screen, such as an iPad, you'll see once again the experience is perfectly responsive and adapts really well to any size screen. So this was done using two really important pieces of CSS. The first is viewport units. Viewport units allow us to express dimensions as percentages of the browser's viewport, which in this case is 100%. And the second piece of CSS that we're using is CSS regions. It would obviously be impossible to hard code the layout of this article and still have it adapt to any screen size. So instead, the entire article is contained in a single block of text, entirely separate from its presentation, and we're using regions to direct the flow of that text through elements which are sized using viewport units. So I think this demo represents a really good compromise between aesthetics and practicality. It would be awesome if everyone had the resources to spend 1 or 2 months or even 1 or 2 weeks producing every piece of content for the web, but that's obviously not feasible. So I think that we need new layout paradigms that are repeatable, templatizable, and that can be easily integrated into content management systems or established production workflows, while also being visually enticing and, of course, completely responsive. Now, those of you who follow the Adobe Web Platform team's work might notice something a little different here. A lot of our demos are in Chrome, or even sometimes in Chrome Canary, with specific runtime flags enabled. But I've been showing this demo in Safari, both on the desktop and on mobile devices. So Apple ships CSS regions in mobile Safari with iOS 7 and in Safari 7 on Mavericks, which means it's in enough end users' hands at this point that I think we can seriously start rethinking the way that we do layout on the web. If you want to learn more about this experiment or even play around with it yourself, check out the link in the video's description. Thanks for watching.